Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Wrestle Plunge. Welcome in here, folks. Going into CWA Memphis, May 27th of 1989. And then the second, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm watching these on Internet Archive, and I'm not sure what's going on with the week after this. Or the week after that, because something weird's going on there too. But skipping a week, I feel like. And then we go into the second episode. It's going to be June 10th, 1989. But it's got 3 parts on here, and it's longer than usual. It's running more like an hour 30 instead of the normal 50, 51-ish minutes, but we're going to watch it. We're going to check it out. But yeah, welcome in here before we do get there. I appreciate everyone for coming in for Wrestle Plunge. Please give the video a like ski. YouTube really likes that. We're going to be going through this. We go through this every single week. Let me pop up my banner here. Boom. Every Sunday night, 6 Eastern, we pop up right here. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. I really appreciate Lisa and any new followers to come through on Twitch for holding it down over there. And then here on YouTube as well. Thank you, guys. A lot of really cool, interesting stuff happening in Memphis in '89. It's been fun to watch so far. We've had a lot of wrestlers that we all know from different eras of their careers that maybe they didn't know about in Memphis. So it's really cool. I'm still waiting for Bill Dundee to pop back up. Still waiting for Jerry Lawler to... He was doing some promos last week, but see if he gets into the ring and wrestles a little bit. We'll see. We got a lot of interesting characters to love and to hate on CWA. I really appreciate it. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to plug, I am doing memberships here now on this channel. If anyone does want to membership up here on Wrestle Plunge, you do get early access to videos when I drop them. Every 2 to 3 weeks I drop a new video. In the video section, there are loads of videos and loads of content to really kind of get the vibe of Wrestle Plunge here, and I appreciate anyone that does do that. And you also get to access to some really cool emojis that I have right now. But without further ado, let's get in here and see what's going on. Get through that open, and that open got me. There we go. Daybram!
Ready to go with another day of CWA Championship.
It might be. Lisa on Twitch says arena show, maybe. It might be. I also need to set up my chat.
Wrestling, hey, got some special announcements concerning the CWA arenas around the territory. Some news I think you will be very glad to hear, you and your family. For one thing, we'll be talking a little bit later on today about the return of the King. Jerry Lawler this week will be coming back to the CWA arenas. Be looking for that. Here today, boy, what a big show.
There it is. Did he say Lawler? I called it.
Also, we got Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis in here. Also, we got some highlights of a big match which took place involving Fuller and Sylvia and Action Jackson and Baby Sis. All of that and more. We got a lot of it. Let's get started. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Get her rocking and rolling. Dutch out the gate. Here we go.
Here's Dutch Mantell, the Dirty Dutchman out of Oil Trough, Texas.
Dutch going over to Dave. He wants to do a little promo first.
Who is this guy here? His name is Mike Masters. Who's he ever be? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm a sporting man. This is the one fall match. I'm going to change it. I'm going to make it a 2 out of 3. And just because I'm such a sporting man, I'm trying to prove a point here. I'll spot him the first fall. Hey, okay, 2 out of 3. So, he's got 1 fall already. I'll spot him. Shut up! Hey, you know that can backfire on you, Dutch. All Mike's got to do is get a pin here. Or
so we're doing 2 out of 3 falls, and he's spotting him a fall. I've never heard that before. That's a really cool angle for any wrestler to kind of come out and do today. They should be like, you know what? I know I'm so much better than you. I challenge you to a 2 out of 3 falls match, and I'm spotting you a fall. That's actually really interesting, Dutch. Jamie, welcome in here, brother. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do a couple of hours here tonight.
Putting his knee to the midsection, throwing him out of the ring. Dutch Mantell, talking about being a real sporting man. Instead of a 1 fall match, he's going to make it 2 out of 3. I tell you, Mantell's been awful cocky.
Dutch just going to beat the shit out of this guy for 2 falls now.
And they're running his mouth last week. Here's a count of 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right.
Well, 1 fall was extremely quick.
24. That was
Holy crap.
28 seconds is what that was. You're going to beat him in 15.
28 seconds first fall.
Well, let's see.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that, brother.
All right, second fall. Here we go.
Dutch says he's going to have to beat him 2 straight here in order to count it as a victory for himself. Oh, look out there, Dutch. Don't hit the referee. You're going to get yourself a $1,000 fine if you do. It looked like he jabbed him in the eyes. Hard to see from this angle, but I think he jabbed Mike Masters in the eyes. Masters beaten in 28 seconds in the first fall. Mantell puts it down. 1, 2. Oh, he picked him up. Picked him up at the 2 count. He could have beaten him easily there at the 33-second mark, but he didn't do it. Mantell grabbed a handful of hair and picked him up. Now here's a cover. Let's see if he... No, only a 2 count. Real sporting, Dutch. Real sportsman you are.
Oh, yeah, I did, Lisa. Yeah, I apologize for not getting back to you. I did get that, the messages about the Jarrett stuff. And I've still got the link up here as well about that. For a possibility of making a video on here with Wrestle Plunge. Yeah, thank you. I took a vacation this week, and yeah, I actually went out of town, and I just got back, and I'm trying to get into the swing of things. But yeah, I apologize for not writing you back, Lisa.
Short clothesline. He nails Mike Masters.
Thank you.
1,
Awesome.
2. And this time, mercifully for Mike, he takes it on out to the 3 count. Oh, come on, Mike. 3 straight.
I'm not the best with Discord, I can't lie.
2 straight, actually. 59 seconds on the second fall, 28 seconds on the first. So in a minute and a half.
It's funny, I'm watching on Friday night, Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder did a werewolf movie nights, and he watched 2 werewolf movies. Dutch Mantell could have starred in a werewolf movie, let me tell you what.
Dutch Mantell has 2 straight falls. Dutch, yeah, it's real sporting of you there, the way you did that. Refused to pin him a couple of times and all of that sort of thing.
He kicked out. He's a tough man. I want to say, let the worship begin.
Don't hold
You're looking
breath.
at today, I'm a man that's very frustrated today. Now, if you people hold this noise down for, come on, beat every one of you up. Y'all shut up. You're looking at a man who's very frustrated today. I'm going to talk off the record here. I've been all over the world in professional wrestling. I've been to Japan. I've been to Australia. I've been to Mexico. I've been all over the Caribbean. I've been all over the United States and Canada. And I have held titles everywhere I've ever been. Just to tell you a story how tough I am and how well respected I am in this profession. I was going to Disney World one day in Orlando, Florida. And Terry Funk, who was at that time the NWA reigning heavyweight champion, was at Disney World, and we had words right in front of Space Mountain. And I whooped him like the low-life, egg-sucking dog that he was. That's Terry Funk. That's one guy. And I was in Florida again. Dusty Rhodes, I met him at the Miami airport, and it even wasn't much of a fight. Dusty popped off. He said, "This man T, I'll tell you one thing." I hauled off, and I slapped him into the next county. That's what I did to Dusty Rhodes. And I've held titles everywhere, and the reason I held titles was because the guys in other places were tough. And they weren't afraid to stand up to you and tell you they could beat you. Of course, they couldn't beat me, but they at least talked a good game. And now I come here. Let me tell you one thing. In Puerto Rico one time, every time I walked out in that big Bayamon Stadium in San Juan, Puerto Rico, 22,000 screaming fans would all come to their feet at once and give me a 15-minute standing ovation. Grown men would actually cry when I walked through the ring in Puerto Rico. And I still remember the announcer now. He'd always say, "Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. It's showtime." That's when I came to the ring. But when I come here, I can't get
Dutch spent a lot of time in Puerto Rico for people I'm sure most
I
know.
ain't hardly been on TV because I can't get nobody.
Still love watching
to wrestle me.
Dutch on the
I've been in-
YouTubes here.
I've been in awful
He has a lot of
matches.
health
I've
issues
been
from time to
having
time, but
whoop Frankie
he's
Lancaster
a
like
tough son of a
dog.
bitch.
But I can't get Jeff Jarrett. I can't get that Lawler who said he's hurt. I can't get him to wrestle me. I can't get nobody to stand up and act like a man. You know what I'm talking about, Dave Brown. Have you ever had those problems? I've had it. See, back there in that other dressing room, you got a bunch of scared, sad-faced little boys because they are watching this monitor and they're saying, "I just hope he finishes up real quick and leaves so we can get on with the rest of the program today." But I'm going to stay out here because I got something to say. I think the fans should know. Hey.
You want to talk some tough competition? Say hello to Billy Travis here.
I don't want to say hello to Billy Travis. What do you want?
Well, Dutch, I know this is your interview time.
Yes, it is my interview time. You're interfering with me.
Well, wait a second now, Dutch.
Oh,
I've stood
God.
back there listening to you. Everybody's back there listening to you.
Are they shaking?
You're talking about
Are they
how
scared?
cowards. No,
Hey, if they're scared, all they gotta say they're scared.
Nobody's scared of you. There's not a man back there afraid of you. You're talking a good fight, but I just got back, and if you want to wrestle, Dutch, I'll be glad to oblige
Let me tell you one.
Billy Travis.
come
Again,
out
I
and
was
see what
talking
I'm
last
saying.
week how I'm not the biggest Billy
Well,
Travis fan,
this
but I'm
is
giving him
typical
a chance. I'm
behavior.
giving him a little
My
leeway. I'm
interview
going to
time,
pause
you
it here just for a minute. Billy Race Travis. I've watched some Memphis here and there. I'm no aficionado of all Memphis things, but I have watched a lot of Memphis throughout time, USWA, and I've never just been grabbed by Billy Travis in any way whatsoever, mainly because he's a terrible promo. He's not a great talker. He's a decent worker. I'll give him that. He's a good worker. But I saw people in the chat last week saying, give him a chance. They were Billy Travis fans, so I am going to give him a chance. And wrestling's like that for me personally, and I'm sure it's like that for many folks out there. It's interesting how in different periods of time and different promotions, different years, how a wrestler can click differently with you. And, I can go through spells where I don't like somebody and that can dry up and then they can turn me on with a different character. Not saying that's going to happen with Billy Travis, but, something else that they're bringing to the table that's going to make me go, oh shit, let's go. So, I'm giving Billy Travis every benefit of the doubt here while we watch. He just came in last week here. And again, let me pop it up. Hold on. I need to fix this part. I need to put the date up here. We're on 5/27 right now.
Come out.
May the 27th, 89.
Down, everybody.
Well, it's true. It is true. They're all a bunch of scared, sad-faced, shaking in their boots. Well, why ain't they out here?
Well,
I think I'm stupid. I know Jeff Jarrett probably pushed you out that door and says, Billy, please, I'll give you $500. Just go out and just make it appear, just so I don't have to show up. So is that the deal?
Dutch, you see these two legs here? They walk on their
You call
own.
those legs?
Yes, I call those.
You ought to sue them for non-support. You ought to sue them for non-support. I'm going to tell you one thing. This is my interview. And you're going to run that mouth, and I'm going to tell you, you open that mouth one more time, and I'm going to slap you right on your butt.
Wait a second, Dutch. I'm not running my mouth. I know it's your interview time, but I'm not going to let you run down everybody back there.
Well, wait a minute. You must not have heard what I said. I told you to shut up, and I want you to go back to that dressing room and let me finish my interview. Now, if you don't, something bad's going to happen.
Should have slapped him, Dutch.
Open that mouth one more time.
Billy, this is not the time to get involved.
Now, I told him to shut his big fat mouth, but he don't learn.
Hold on. Am I crazy or did we watch this last week? Hold on. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Hold on. I'm trying to remember now. Hold on. I can actually check this. What did I need to check out the dates that I put up here. Hold on. We'll let it keep
Mama,
playing.
Daddy used to do this to you a
Am I
long time
crazy?
ago. That's what actually should have happened.
No, we did do this one. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I think I did this once before. My bad. Hold on. We did 520 and 527 last week. We're starting into June, and it's going into June 10th to begin with here. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. My bad, guys. Let's get in here. I'm going to fix that right now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. If you don't want to see that episode, it was played last week. That is 100% my... I'm like, wait, I remember this motherfucker getting the piss slapped out of him by Dutch last week. So hold on, let me fix the at least I got one here. Hold on. That's my bad. Sound on this one's terrible. The sound on this one is terrible.
You got me the last time. You almost got me to the post. But my men saved me as they will this week. We have toyed with you up until this point. We have just played around. No more. No more of putting you out for a month. I'm going to end your career. I'm talking about hurting you and maybe just putting you out of wrestling for good because you're nothing. You're sorry. You brought in Austin Idol. I fired Austin Idol. That shows you he was no good. I wouldn't even have him. And there you go, take my rejects and put him on your team.
This is the 610 one that's like multiple parts.
This, Jerry Lawler, you're going down.
It's like an hour and a half.
It's not going to be for a month. It's going to be for a long time, you Kmart King.
Well, what else you can say after someone has said just what he said? Anyway, 7:30 p.m., Riverside Downs. Henderson, Kentucky. We want to see you right there. Once again, Axon Jackson, Baby Sis will be there. Robert Fuller with Sylvia. The Wild Side, Mark Starr, Chris Champion. All Riverside Downs, Henderson,
Got
Kentucky.
fucking weather. We got a
7th,
thunderstorm. We got a
7:30.
big storm rolling through. They're warning us about.
Here. Chris Champion
What's
going
up?
against John
Send me in
Paul
the
right
house.
now. John Paul's been in a long time. Champion and Mark Starr of the Wild Side have tagged out twice.
God, yeah, the station this week was having
There's
issues.
a flying press by John Paul. Got Champion off of his feet. John starts to the corner, but he's grabbed by Champion on the way there. Boy, John Paul really needs to get over there and get a towel. Get the first
John
man in
Paul
the ring.
and Chris Champion.
You see Champion ramming John Paul's head into the turnbuckle.
See Tracy on the apron there.
There's big boot put up there by Mark Starr.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm very confused by this right now.
They've made a tag. Dutch Mantell releasing Mark
now we're back
Starr
in the
from the
studio.
handcuffs. He grabs John Paul and he hit him with a right fist is what he did. Followed with a boot. And another foot to the midsection.
Definitely the
John
worst audio
Paul
we've had yet.
looking for the corner. Could not get there. Look at Dutch Mantell around it's some sort of threat or glaring anyway at Billy Travis. Now he's back in the corner. He better stay. Oh, look out. Chris Champion pulling down on the rope. Broke the momentum of John Paul. Mark Starr clotheslines him over the top rope. Is that it?
See, we got Mark Starr,
Oh, okay.
Chris
I thought
Champion,
for a
and
minute
Dutch
the referee
Mantell.
had
Mark
ruled that
Starr
he
and
threw
Chris
him
Champion
over
are
the
tagging
top
right
rope.
now.
But he did not. He was
Travis
ruling
about to get
that
the
his
piss slapped
momentum
out of him
carried
again
him
by
over the
Dutch.
top rope, even though he had some help. And he had a 10 count to get back in, but with a diversion, that count was stopped, and it will be restarted. Billy Travis around to help John Paul. John needs
Again, John
the
Paul's
tag.
not going to be here
Boy,
much
he needs to
longer.
get a
John
tag
Paul
on
disappears
Tracy Smothers over in the
fairly
corner.
quickly after this,
He
at
was
least
close
according
it.
to
He
his
couldn't have been more
cage
than a
match.
foot and a half away from the tag. It just could not make it as Mark Starr power slams him right in the center of the ring. Starr says it's all over. He covers him. 1, 2, 2 counts all he gets. John
Good, even
Paul
this
still
match just
alive.
dove into the middle. This is
As
an
it
odd
did look
area.
for a
I'm not
moment
sure
as
what's
though
going
Mark
on here
Starr was
exactly.
right, and he had this one wrapped up, but it was not to be, at least not for the moment. He's right back to work on John Paul.
Yeah, maybe Lisa. Excuse me.
We are about 8 minutes into this match. 8 minutes gone. And it's been a battle. A keeper of the key handcuff match. The keepers of the key, Billy Travis over on the side of the Mason-Dixon connection. And Dutch Mantell on the side of the Wild Side. For the Wild Side, that's Mark Starr with the advantage. He's got a reverse chin lock on John Paul. John Paul, nice move. He sent Mark Starr's head into the turnbuckle. John Paul struggling to get to the corner, but he's going in the wrong direction, and he does not get the tag. Mark Starr gets the tag. Dutch Mantell unlocking the handcuffs, and Chris Champion will be coming in. Both wrestlers down. Referee starts the count. Dutch can't get the handcuffs unlocked. Referee counting them both. John Paul struggling to his feet. He's working his way to the corner, and he gets the tag. John Paul has tagged Tracy Smothers. Chris Champion is now loose. Tracy Smothers comes over the top rope and goes to work on both of them. He still has the handcuff on his wrist as Billy was able to get the other cuff loose. Billy grabbing Dutch Mantell to keep him out of the action. We got all 4 of them in the ring. And Billy and Dutch going at each other on the floor. Look out, Dutch Mantell jumps in the ring. That's going to be a DQ. Disqualification as Dutch Mantell jumps in the ring. He has grabbed John Paul. Chris Champion has just handcuffed John Paul to the turnbuckles over here. Now Billy Travis coming in trying to help out. But it's Dutch Mantell. There's Billy. Boy, he nailed Mantell with that right hand. Chris Champion gets Billy from behind. Mark Starr over there. Mantell picks up a chair. Look out. Mantell takes the chair into the ring.
Oh, nailed Billy.
No, not Triple H,
Oh,
Lisa.
got him right in the top of the head. John Paul, remember, is handcuffed to the ropes over here. Tracy is handcuffed over on the other side, too. Well, I didn't notice they had him cuffed
Yeah, this
up
dude
over
did some
there.
jobbing. John Paul did some jobbing in WCW and WWF. And according to Cage Match, his career stopped about 94. Maybe went into 95.
So the partners, the Mason-Dixon connection, each
Like
of them cuffed
sporadic
on opposite sides
stops
of the
and
ring, it
stalls,
looks
which,
like.
you know, I know Cage Match can be pretty hit or miss, but
And meanwhile, the
Still kind of
Wild
an
Side
idea.
and their keeper of the key during the
Little
match,
bit of
Dutch
information about
Mantell,
where the
are
guy's at in
just
his career.
running wild here. Mantell with a chair picked up again. He nailed Billy. Now they got Billy cut open. Got a big cut on the forehead, and I'm not surprised after being smashed twice with that folding metal chair by Dutch Mantell. Yeah, the hands raised. That is actually not true either. I know that John Paul and Tracy Smothers and Billy Travis are not
Twitch
going
is
to feel
hard,
any
man.
better
I can't
about
get
it,
no
but they have
movement
won
on
the
Twitch.
match. They won it on a disqualification. when
YouTube at
Dutch
least shares it
Mantell
out to some folks and
jumped
tries
into the
to get
ring.
some interest, but Twitch
And that
is...
interference
I swear,
cost
it
the
doesn't
team
even
of the
move.
Wild Side the match right there. Well, we're going to get some help for Billy, help him get out of there. Let's take a break. We'll be back with you here in a moment.
Shout out to Lisa on Twitch for holding it down, though. Alright. This explains broken down, folks.
It's Riverside Downs, Thunder in the Night, Championship
Alright, the audio got a little better at least, but yeah.
Wrestling, June 7th, 7:30 p.m., Henderson, Kentucky. And before we get into this main event and the card, listen to this. On Thursday, June 8th, we're going to be in Paoli, Indiana at Paoli
There we
High
go.
School. Listen to the card. Coming
Galactic
to
Wrestling
Riverside
Federation
Downs,
jumping
June
in the
7th,
chat. What's
7:30 p.m.
up?
It's
Welcome
the
in here on
great
a Sunday night. I
one
hope you're doing
time.
well.
Brian Lee against Jimmy Masters. The Wild Side, you're going to see Chris Champion, Mark Starr going against the Mason-Dixon connection, John Paul and Tracy Smothers. In a mixed tag match, you're going to see Action Jackson and Baby Sis going against Robert Fuller and Sylvia. A big grudge match. Billy Travis against Dirty Dutch Mantell. Then the big main event, Jerry the King Lawler, Austin Idol, going against P.Y. Chew High, the Master of Pain, and Roddy P. Gossett IV. It's going to take place Riverside Downs. That's June 7th, 7:30 p.m., Henderson, Kentucky. Be there.
I'm going to get through this literally because of the music. Is it Superman music or am I crazy? Sometimes these get hit with some copyright stuff, and usually I can get it off on the back end. I just don't. I want to prevent it from being taken down while I'm live, which will be a lot of jumping and a lot of talking and pausing while something like that happens or after something like that happens. So again, thanks everyone for coming in. Appreciate it.
I just wanted to come by here before we get in that ring and do a number on somebody. Just a little sample of what we got in store for Mr. Gossett and for Phil Hickerson and for the Master of Pain. Now, we sat back there and we watched that big fat tub of lard run his mouth out here.
Right?
Let me tell
Was
you
that
something,
the
Gossett.
Superman thing? Yeah, that's definitely
You
going to hit me.
said
I let that
it's
go for way
time
too
that
long.
Mr. Nice Guy stuff is all over. And
Which
that
again,
we
I can
just
get
started-
that off on the back end, and it's whatever. It's cool. I can snip that little, can trim that little segment out. But I've seen tons of folks. One guy that I watched regularly that was doing some CWA Memphis from 87, 88, even just recently in this last week. But he's not jumping through stuff that he should be. Like I get it. You want it to play continuously, but they play a lot of music video packages with copyrighted music, and then a lot of the entrance music is copyrighted music, and that's what's going to get you.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You're the one that has just started paying. You're the one that has just begun to feel what it's going to be like
Austin
when
Idol
Austin Idol
here now.
and the King set their mind
Lawler
to doing
bringing
a
in
job.
Austin Idol.
And I promise you this. You can line Phil Hickerson and Master of Pain and your Jeff and Tojo and anybody you else up. Line them all up and make them take any kind of oath you want to. Because this man right here and I have already taken an oath, and that oath is that we're not going to stop no matter who, no matter what we have to go through, we're not going to stop, Gossett, until we do just what we started to do to you last week. And that is, Austin Idol takes that big fat right leg of yours, and the King takes that big fat left leg of yours, and we're going to pull you with everything we got right into that middle post, Gossett, until they have to load you on an industrial strength stretcher and haul you up to the nearest hospital, until you don't ever want to set foot back in this TV station, until you don't ever want to set foot in another one of these wrestling arenas. And that's the oath that we've taken, and believe me, nothing, I mean nothing, Gossett, is going to stop us until we do that to you, brother. That's a promise.
You see, I know the Jerry Lawler people are telling Jerry Lawler. I ain't no dummy, Jack. And they're telling Jerry Lawler, don't trust Austin Idol. Don't turn your back on Austin Idol. Well, let me lay something on you, Lawler. The Austin Idol people are telling me the same thing. They're telling me, don't trust Jerry Lawler. Don't trust Jerry Lawler. But you see what is going on here? Get that microphone in front of my mouth so these people can understand what I am laying down right here. I got some heavy money coming in right now. I don't mind telling you, and it's coming from this dude, Jerry Lawler. As long as the checks are there, and so far they have been, as long as the money is there, I will be right here, Jack. We don't have to socialize. We don't have to go out together. We don't have to talk on no telephone. But when we both get in the ring, you pay me my bread, and if it's that big,
you pay me my bread,
overbearing, obnoxious pig. Because you see, I know what Ronnie P stands for. The P is for pig. And the pig is going to get slopped around time after time. And it's just a matter of time, Gossett, because nobody promised me something, and they don't deliver the goods. And that's exactly what you did. And I will prove to you that the mind of Einstein, get it close up on the cameraman, get it tight on that muscle, get it tight on that bicep, get tight, I know you can do it, get tight. Nobody, the mind of Einstein, the body of Apollo,
but Austin Idol never did get
King,
anything going on mainstream wrestling in the 90s,
I'm going to whack somebody up real good.
Now he does some NWA stuff now.
Austin Idol. They're going to step up to the ring
Idol's
right
always
now.
a good hand.
Today,
Good promo. Maybe
they're
they
going
got
against
him, I'm
Keith
sure.
Robertson and the Hangman. We've got
Hangman and
a
Robertson.
1 fall, 10-minute time
Robertson.
limit match here.
Lawler and
stepping
Idol
up onto the ring apron.
tag
Austin
match.
Idol, not far behind. Unusual pairing of these two. We've talked about it over the last couple of weeks. Two wrestlers who have really had some horrible battles against each other. But they've been brought together by an unusual circumstance in Ronnie P. Gossett. As Austin just said, I don't know all the details, but he said Gossett really did him wrong in the past. He looked forward for the opportunity to come in here for the right amount of money from the King and be partners with him. They're partners right now. The big boot. Keith Roberson's head slammed into it, and here is the universal heartthrob. Oh, Roberson past the corner, got a tag on the Hangman. The Hangman thrown out of the ring. Austin Idol down on the floor after him. Lawler from behind. Roberson grabs him.
This series by WrestlePlunge,
with a right fist. Austin Idol's got the Hangman. He throws him back under the ropes into the ring and climbs back in there. Lawler.
I guess I've known the name or kind of heard about him, but he's just one of those guys you don't get to see a lot of stuff. Especially back then. In the internet age, we're living some good times. But
in the lower part of the midsection. Clothesline by Idol.
He's good. I've never seen him play.
Big right hand. Lawler
shit. Spike pile driver. Damn, and he connected.
Hangman.
He hit.
Referee didn't see that part. Counts at 2 and 3.
Damn, those fucking Calhoun counts are god awful.
Well, they said on their way to the ring they intended it to be a sample, just a sample of the upcoming match. With Ronnie P. Gossett in the corner, T.Y. Chuhai and the Master of Pain staring across the way, but they make no secret of the fact that they are going to be looking for Ronnie P. Gossett. They get the win here today. Jerry Lawler, Austin Idol, 1:36 as they are victorious over the Hangman and Keith Roberson. Roberson trying to help the Hangman out of the ring. He's got him rolled over to the apron. And yeah, there they go. They get him out of here. Speaking of Ronnie P. Gossett, here he comes. Bring it in.
God, Gossett's coming out.
And the Master of Pain across the way.
Some taker, though.
And Keith Eric.
Master of Pain.
And we're just going to keep it going right here.
Phil Hickerson tagging up.
And just have back-to-back matches. We're not going to take a break right now.
Man, they did. They just go right into another contest. I haven't seen that.
T.Y. Chuhai stalking around. Keith Eric over on his
always
side of the
another
ring.
segment break or something.
And as the bell sounds, oh, Eric had a headlock.
Box right here, Dave.
Whoa!
Before you go.
Yeah, there's something up with this episode. Like, even the way this episode is laid out is weird. So, yeah, that just got completely cut off. A special report thing popped up, so they might have had some weather stuff. Earlier in the episode, they were having some weather issues. So maybe something weather-related happened, and they cut the special report out of the recording. I don't know. But here's Rob Fuller.
Listen to that.
The Stud Stable. Primetime Brian Lee.
There's a little surprise inside of there. I'm talking about you, little sis. I got something here for you, and before that match is over, right at the end of it, when Jackson's laid out, when you're beaten and beaten but good, before you take your little honey home, we're going to open up this box right here, and I'm going to see that everybody sees you get your surprise, and your surprise, woo, it's going to be fine, ain't it, darling? It's going to be fine. Next match you want.
What's in the
next match you
surprise
got,
box?
and it's going to be your last match. Let's make sure of that. Let's get our box and get going.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Brian Lee will be staying. He steps in the ring. He will be going against
Who knows who won that match?
In a one-fall, 10-minute time.
Brian Lee versus Jimmy Masters.
Leaving with some instructions for
Jimmy Masters, the one that got jobbed out to Dutch.
Fuller, of course, is right.
Beginning of
they still hold
May 27th.
the CWA
fucked up with at the beginning of this episode.
Referee Jerry Calhoun is telling Lee, let's get ready. He's got his sunglasses on. There's the robe coming out of the ring. Prime time, Brian Lee. Jimmy Masters waiting patiently across the way. And big Brian Lee out of Orlando, Florida. Yelling at the crowd, taking his time. Into the action. Boy, grab Jimmy.
Still having some weather issues. It
He
sounds
outweighs
like.
Jimmy
Yes,
Masters
National Weather
considerably.
Service
About 40 pounds or so.
issued a tornado watch.
Jimmy Masters with a good drop kick. And another one. And he kicked him right into the rope.
This is an Illinois broadcast, and most of
And as
southeastern
Brian Lee was trying to regain
Indiana
himself,
broadcast.
he found himself flipping right over the rope. Bit of a surprise, I think, for Brian Lee. Surprise for me, I want to tell you. Jimmy Masters, I don't think he's won a match in the time he's been around here. But he's going toe-to-toe against big Brian Lee right now.
East at 20 miles per hour. That's probably what's going on here with this episode.
Masters
having some issues.
Whipped into the rope.
Technical
Brian
issues.
Lee picks him up and power slams him. Quite a move from Brian Lee. You got to give him that. As he power slams Jimmy Masters right square in the middle of the ring. Masters off the rope. Big power. Clothesline by Brian Lee. Lee went to the ropes, and he had momentum coming head on at Jimmy Masters when he got him with that clothesline. Lee leaps halfway across the ring, covers count of 1, 2.
I don't think he kept that throughout his career, but that was
Jimmy Masters had a brief moment of glory early in the match as he really
looking better since he's turned heel and look at the Stud Stable.
Some of his wrestling ability, but in the end, it's Brian Lee getting the count of 1, 2, 3 in the victory, and he and Sylvia and the kendo stick go walking
I think it's
out of here
hilarious that 1 week they try to bring in the one dude that took Lance Russell's job in the back that's running down the cards. I can't remember his name. They tried to bring him in to do color 1 week here on Memphis, and he said nothing. He literally said like 2 words the entire time, and they're like, all right, you better go back and just run down the matches.
in hand.
Who even
Jimmy
is that
Masters
guy?
seems to be all right. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roger Webb with Championship Wrestling. We'll remind you that on Thursday, June 8th, we're going to be in Paoli, Indiana, at the Paoli High School. Then this Wednesday, we're coming to Riverside Downs, 7:30 p.m. in Henderson, Kentucky. Listen to the great card, prime time. Brian Lee going to be there, going against Jimmy Masters. The Wild Side, Mark Starr, Chris Champion, against the Mason-Dixon Connection, John Paul and Tracy Smothers. Action Jackson with Baby Sis, Robert Foley and Sylvia, and that big mixed tag match. Then a grudge match, Billy Travis going against Dirty Dutch Mantell. Then the big main event, Jerry the King Lawler, Austin Arnold teaming up against P.Y. Chewy, the Master Payne, and Roddy P. Gossett.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be at Riverside Downs this Wednesday night, and I'm going to take that Billy Travis, and I'm going to whoop him like he licked the gold cookie. Now, it's a good thing they got horses there because there's no big secret. First of all, Billy Travis is brain dead to start off with. If you hooked him up to a brainwave machine, it would read absolutely 0. But now he's got extensive brain damage, and I doubt if he'll even show up at the Riverside Downs. But if he does, like I said, it's a good thing they got horses there because there's no big secret. If he runs, I can run him down, but he's got a horse there. That's the secret. He can hop on a horse and run around the track. Everybody knows a horse can outrun me, except me. Travis, let me tell you one thing. If you do grab a horse, you do hop on it, you do try to take a trip around the first turn, I'm going to run you down on the back stretch, and I'm going to pull you off that horse, and I'm going to whoop you all around turn 3 and 4 and down the home stretch. But before I get you there, I'm going to cross the finish line first, and not a photo finish, but I'm going to win it. So, Travis, I want you to bring your low-life, egg-sucking carcass. I want you to drag it down that aisle, step in the ring with the toughest man in town, and let's see what you got left after the braining I gave him today.
Riverside Downs, this Wednesday, Thunder in the night.
Well, he's not able to be with us here today. We're going to show you, though, the latest video on the current CWA heavyweight champion, a man who won the belt.
Back just in time to get through this music video that would 100% get a copyright strike.
A long time, which certainly is not an easy task. Here he is, the CWA heavyweight champion, Jeff Jarrett.
They love the damn Jeff Jarrett music video. I'll tell you right now. Show him getting up, getting in the shower, getting ready.
FL waited hot and
he's just like, you or me.
Any minute. How you doing? A lot of people will run. Be better.
The CWA champion, Jeff Jarrett.
All right, let's get a Dutch match in here.
The Dirty Dutchman out of Oil Trough, Texas. He's a former CWA heavyweight champion. That's Chris Frazier.
Chris Frazier. I'm going to tell you what, I'm a sporting man. I tell you what, I'm going to take him out under 3 minutes. Put the clock on me. 3 minutes and this man...
Another stipulation by Dutch. 527 started with the 2 out of 3 falls. Gave him a fall. Beat him 2 times in a row. Now we're getting a 3-minute match. He's going to beat him in 3 minutes, says Dutch. Let's
under
go.
3 minutes. Well, the clock will be running anyway. Let's see. Dutch Mantell goes in the ring, promising a victory in 3 minutes or less over Chris Frazier. I've got the clock. Clock will be running as soon as the bell sounds. Here we go. The clock is running. Under 3 minutes, Dutch says. Says he's quite a sportsman. He said this before. Was it last week? A couple of weeks ago. He spotted someone one fall and then proceeded just to jump all over him, violate rules and what have you to beat him 2 straight falls. Yeah, I hear you, Dutch. Mantell with Chris Frazier down on the floor. He popped him with a fist, had it doubled up, and got him in the chin with it.
The shorts that Chris Frazier has on, I 100% had those as a kid.
Big right fist.
In 90.
Dutch rolls Frazier back into the ring. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, right behind him. You're 30 seconds into the action right now, Dutch. And you got 2.5 minutes to get a pin.
Like, you got a pair of shorts? I got a pair of sweat trunks. Come on down, brother. We'll let you get jobbed out on TV.
What would happen if he didn't pin him in 3 minutes? I don't know if that means Chris wins or what.
Where the hell's Bill Dundee? We need a Bill Dundee watch.
Dutch Mantell drops down with the upper arm. Chris Frazier hasn't been able to make much of a move here. I am great, says Dutch. Mantell hangs him over the rope, using that middle rope to choke him, and then a big broad arm across the back. Referee Jerry Calhoun. Mantell shoved the referee. You don't do
Jerry
that.
Calhoun
Referee
was a
shoved
referee.
him back.
I just don't
Unfortunately,
like his
Dutch
count.
backed off, or he would have been
Which is a
fined
huge
heavily,
part
maybe
of
suspended.
being, for me to like you as a referee to begin with.
You're a minute
He's
and a half
official
in.
for the most
Minute
part.
and a
He's in
half,
there.
Dutch.
He's animated. He's calling.
You know,
calling
I
the
think
way
I'm
he
beginning to
should,
see
but
what
those
Mantell
falls
is
are
doing.
so slow. Damn.
He just wants to punish him
Big power
and just
slam
continue to
by
work him
Dutch.
over. He hasn't even really
Running
tried
elbow.
to go for a three. Well, now here he goes with a cover. Count of 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
That's it.
I don't know. He wasn't
Well,
getting
he
up
did
after
it
that.
in a minute 50
I'd say,
seconds. 1 minute 50 seconds of action.
1
Dutch
minute 50
Mantell
seconds.
does
He
get
didn't
the
need that
victory
3
over
minutes. He
Chris
didn't need
Frazier.
2 minutes, fella.
Yeah, it's on.
I'm going to prove a point here.
Come on, Dutch. You beat him. What?
Don't talk to me. And everybody out here, shut up.
Don't talk to me.
I'm making a big point.
Damn
I
right,
want the
Greasy.
camera to look right at me.
Boom.
I'm the number
Boom.
one man here.
Boom. That's a count.
I'm the
1,
toughest man.
2.
I'm the toughest
3.
man in town. And they give me
I did like ECW's.
Frazier nails Dutch from
What was his
behind.
name? Finnegan? His was fucking. It was consistent
Dutch
though. That's the thing.
out
Even
here
if it's not
telling
the
everybody how
same
great he
count
is,
between
how bad he
referees,
is.
as long as the one
Oh, look
referee
out.
has a
Mantell with a
consistent count, I'm
microphone
good with it.
cable
Because
wrapped
Finnegan
around
was like
Chris
1,
Frazier's
2,
throat.
3,
Referee
right?
trying
Super
to get him to
fast,
back
but
off.
consistent. But I like it 1, 2.
Dutch choking
3.
Chris Frazier with a
And I
microphone
get like if they're
cord.
into the match,
this
they've been
man
they got a
wants to
ref
be
bump coming, they're
a
coming
big
in.
star. And for
1, 2, I get
having a
that.
good
But
time.
Calhoun's is that
Having a good-
normal?
You like Travis?
Come on,
You
Dutch.
like Jared? You're nothing. No, it ain't over with.
Look out, Billy Travis.
Oh,
for the
Billy Travis
chair.
coming in here.
Travis all bandaged up from
Bandaged his
from
up.
when Dutch Mantell hit him with a
Bandaged
chair
up.
earlier.
He started something he's got to live with. I'm going to get that.
All right, Billy, I don't blame you. Billy Travis
your
got his
language here
head
on
all cut
television,
open.
Billy.
Dutch hit him with that metal chair similar to that earlier today and got him all cut open. Dutch, you just
everyone for being in
escaped
here.
that time.
Appreciate
And Billy
it.
just
Again,
missed
every
him.
Sunday
Chris
night,
Frazier
right
being
here,
helped out of the
6
ring
Eastern
right now. We'll
time.
check our time and be back here with you in a
On
moment.
Twitch, on YouTube. We're going to go all the way through 1989, folks. We're making our way through the entire year, at least for what we can find here on internetarchive.com. So far, it's been
Very
going
quickly,
pretty
as
good.
Billy Travis
And I
got a
think it
win
will
over
be.
the Shadow, then John Paul and Tracy Smothers, the Mason-Dixon connection, with a win over the Wild Side, Mark Starr and Chris Champion. Not a win quite the way they wanted. Special match, keeper of the key handcuff match, and what happened was that Dutch Mantell finally jumped into the ring, and that interference caused a disqualification on the Wild Side. Dutch ended up smashing Billy Travis with a chair and cutting his head open, but Billy was to be heard from a little bit later on and ended up running Dutch Mantell out of here. Just barely, didn't miss him that much with the chair, hit the ring post and bent the chair all to pieces, so Mantell's got to be feeling lucky that he didn't get hit with that one. P.Y. Chuhai, Master of Pain, got a win over Keith Eric and Alan
Dave's like,
Reynolds.
I
It was
can't wait for
Action
Lance to
Jackson
get
winning
back.
his match here today. Brian Lee
neither.
defeated Jimmy Masters. Masters looking good early in the match, but Brian Lee,
Dave.
the veteran,
Dave's good.
ended up
I need
winning it handily. A
Lance.
minute 43 the time on that. And Dutch Mantell did
Dude,
get a
the
victory
Mason
over Chris
Dixon
Frazier.
connection was
He was
all right,
most obnoxious about the whole
or they've
thing.
been
He
all
took the
right, right?
microphone
Tracy
in the ring and was
Smothers,
gloating over his victory
John
over
Paul.
Frazier and all of that until Travis ran him out of here with a chair. And also, hope you enjoyed the look as much as I did at Jerry Lawler and Austin Idol together here on Championship Wrestling today. We're planning another one for you next week. We hope you will be here with us.
Okay, so this
as
is
we
very
leave
weird.
today, we're going to take a look at the Universal Heartthrob, Austin.
So, okay, we're 30 minutes into a 50-minute video here. I think this is starting to make a little bit more sense, kind of. So, I fucked up at the beginning. I did start this on the wrong date that we showed last week. That's on me. But 610 still on this website, as you can still has 1, 2, 3 parts. 50 minutes, 3 minutes, 37 minutes. You know, we're going basically, you know, an hour and a half, a little over, something like that. So are we going into, I guess now, 611? I bet so. Or not 611. Well, here's 617, part 1 and 2. What is going on with these? This area right here is a little bit weird with the way it's lined up here, so I apologize if this is, you know, I don't know. I don't know. We're literally ending an episode at 30 minutes into a 50-minute video. Let's
Austin Idol and the King, Jerry
confusing
Lawler.
me.
Till next week, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
see what happens. And we got to get through this fucking music video. episode.
What's thinking?
Where's Dave? Where's Dave?
Welcome into Championship Wrestling. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael St. John. I'll be your commentator today, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, first Lance Russell, then Dave Brown, but wait a minute. Dave will be back. Dave is on vacation this week.
Wait, what was this guy's name?
Everybody, I'm Michael. Welcome into Championship Wrestling. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael St. John. I'll be your commentator today.
Michael
and I know
St. John.
Dave is on vacation this week, but we'll have all the
Dave's
wrestling
like, I need
action
a
for you
vacation,
today. And
guys.
boy,
I've
do
been
we have
working
some
my
good
fucking
matches
ass
in our
off
studio. In action, you'll see Billy Travis. He'll be teaming up with that outstanding superstar, Action Jackson. Also on the card, we have the Stud Stable. I'm afraid
What is the date of this show? I might
P. Gossett.
No, I can't because the cage match stuff, I don't think it goes by like TV airings, and then some of this aired in different days.
Fourth is going to come by here too. You can't miss that guy when he walks in. Also in action a little bit later on, the Unified World Heavyweight Champion Jerry the King Lawler will be in the ring today. Lots of action, lots of excitement coming up. You stay right with us. We'll be back for the action right after this.
Okay, thanks everyone for coming out. I really appreciate it. Every Sunday night, make it a thing. Come drop by, hang out, watch some old Memphis wrestling.
It'll be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit. Coming into the studio right now, the very popular Billy Travis and Action Jackson. Hey, Billy, good to see you, big guy. And the big man, Action Jackson, they're going to be in there. These two young fellas being paired together for the first time on television today.
Welcome the hell in here. My ex-wife punches the hell out of me. What an amazing name. Rumor has it Goldberg speared this guy in the ring.
Their opponents, Keith Eric from Memphis, Tennessee, and the
Keith
Hangman,
Eric, they've also spelled his name differently this week. They've added
and
an
in the
H.
far
It's
corner,
awesome.
at a total weight of 539 pounds, from
guy.
Lexington, Kentucky,
Billy
Travis.
Travis match to see if see how he can Billy Travis make me a Billy Travis fan. That's what I'm most interested about.
To begin.
And then we got Action Jackson, who's since turned face after being with the Stud Stable.
Keith Eric starting up against the big man, Action Jackson. As we said, first time we've had the opportunity to see Billy Travis and Action Jackson operate as a team, and they get right to work.
Crushing Brewski's on a
Quick
Sunday
elbow, Billy
night.
sending one to the Hangman. Goes in for the scoop slam. Picks up Keith Eric off the rope, coming down with the elbow. Billy Travis removing that ring. Count of one by referee Jerry Calhoun. Eric kicking off very quickly. Billy Travis, youngster from Lexington, Kentucky. Speed merchant in the ring. Action Jackson with good size, but can move very quickly for a big man. Double elbow off the rope. Jackson.
Not a great promo either, but
he
gets it done in the ring enough to me to see the wrestling.
The Hangman in the ring.
And again, I could by the end of this year be like, man,
up and over goes Eric, and following up right hand by the big man, Action Jackson. Eric in trouble in the ring. Party with the clothesline coming on.
Bob Neal. See, I think this is what I'm anticipating.
Here comes Billy Travis.
Actually, Bob Neal, welcome in here. Also, hope you're having a great night. Billy grows on you, and I think this is what I'm kind of anticipating because, dude, there's so many old school fans from this era that I know personally that are like, man, Billy Travis is good. I like Billy Travis. They're fans of Billy Travis. And like I said, my judgment on that I'm not a big fan is really on minimal work. So seeing him a little bit more here in '89, I'm allowing that to breathe and to see what can happen. And again, in wrestling, I personally change my opinions upon wrestlers and their characters often and all the time. You know, I can always respect and like somebody with also being able to understand that maybe this isn't it, but you know, I'm giving him a chance here, Bob.
Eric trying to make it to the corner and does so. We'll see the Hangman for the first time.
Okay, all right.
They lock it up,
awesome
collar and
heel,
elbow. Travis backed into the corner. Hangman bringing up the knee to the midsection. Travis reversal coming out. Back body drop down in the center of the ring goes the masked man. The Hangman down. Travis sends him to the ropes one time, catches him with a drop kick just below the left shoulder.
Beautiful
arm drag takedown. Jerry Calhoun having to watch himself in the ring and stay out of the way. Billy Travis going to town on the Hangman.
Random as tag team
over in the corner.
Jackson.
Tag made to Action Jackson. Looks to me like they have already got some of the knack of tagging together and timing their tags is what I'm trying to say.
Heart attack.
Hangman caught.
Boom. That was
Clothesline
nice.
down by Travis. 1.
That's it.
Got him. Got him. Action Jackson and Billy Travis with a victory, their first time as a team here on Championship Wrestling. And they did it in real quick work, making quick work of Keith Eric and the Hangman. Billy Travis.
Dude, Keith
and
Eric, I
Action
really
Jackson.
feel like could have been better. Like, Keith Eric has that, like, WCW TV champ vibe for me. I don't even know. That's all I can say. Like, you know, he's literally only jobbed on CWA, and that's the only time I've seen him. And I know he was here even in, like, 88 and 87. I do know that. I don't know how early Keith Eric was working here, or how deep he went into USWA coming up into the 90s, but I dig him.
What
I like
a
Keith
tag
Eric.
team this combination is already becoming. As they took the measure
Michael
of
St.
the
John
Hangman and Keith Eric.
seeming a little stressed this week.
You've probably heard, or have at least
Lance
maybe
is gone.
seen
Dave
at this
needed a
point in
vacation.
time
It's on
some
me.
of the action involving Action Jackson and his battles against the Stud Stable. Of course, Jackson, a former member of the Stud Stable, part of the family, if you would, that Robert Fuller has. Robert Fuller and the Stud Stable, Robert Brian Lee, and I understand Sylvia, have some comments for us on Championship Wrestling. Let's go to those.
Oh, whoa.
What you see.
This is cool right here. This is the first time we've seen this here while watching CWA in 89. So now we've got a green screen here with a logo that they've made, which is pretty freaking sweet. I'm liking the vibe. But I also dig the way that they came into this scene here. You had Primetime kind of looking around like, am I in the right place, you know? Let's see what we get here. This is cool.
Right here is an unnecessary situation. You're looking at Sylvia right here injured.
And
Since
is that
I
one
came
dude
here,
gone now?
why don't you shut your mouth
guy
a
that's
little
been
bit
doing
and
the
let me make
backstage
my
stuff.
interview? Since I came here to this
Bob,
area,
there we go.
I
Bob, a
have
little inside
tried
information.
and
Keith
tried
lived in
and tried my
Memphis,
best
excuse
to
me.
be able to
Had a
sponsor
good
not
job.
only a top team, a
Did this for
top stable
fun,
that everybody could appreciate watching,
good, man.
but
I like
also a little bit of pretty for you, because Christ knows you sure do need your pretty here in Tennessee, and that's what I brought the young lady for. Now, she stands out there on the outside of the ring and does her job. But at this point right now, she's unable to do the job properly, and the reason why is because you, Action Jackson, you think you're so bad, son. Why don't you put the slam on me? No, Daddy, you can't do that. You have to put it on the lady. Put it on the lady. So then you mess things all around. What I'm holding right here, Jackson, I guess you'd be real proud of, the kind of snake in the grass that you are. If you want to turn these right here, you'll see bill after bill after bill, a hospital, doctor bills to look at this lady's back. Now, I'm going to promise you something, Daddy. Just as sure as you put together the crummiest, most makeshift, nothing team I ever saw in my life. I'm talking about Billy Travis. Where did you go? What rock did you go to get that jerk to crawl out from under it to be your tag partner? I'm going to guarantee you something, baby. Just as sure as you bring that jerk to the ring with you, and as sure as you try to beat this fine team right here, you're going to find out you wasted your time, and it's over for you, Daddy. It's over for you.
Robert Fuller with some choice words for Action Jackson. We'll see the Tennessee Stud Stable in action right after this on Championship Wrestling.
We're right back. Let's show off the green screen. We spent a lot of money on that. That's a cool logo.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roger.
Oh, no, this
with
dude's still
Championship
rocking and
Wrestling.
rolling.
Before
We're like, I guess we're going to need this guy to do this week's show. And he's like, no.
we get into the card to tell you about Riverside Downs, want to remind all you
Left it on
wrestling
Michael
fans
St. John's,
and
poor
Evansville and Henderson that we're going to be on Channel 7. Now, this is going to be Sunday, this coming Sunday at noon on Channel 7. So don't you dare forget that. Then we're going to be back in Henderson, Kentucky at Riverside Downs on Wednesday, June 21st. You're going to see Bill Dundee for the first time in Henderson, Kentucky. Also for the first time, you're going to see a World Heavyweight Championship match with the King, Jerry the King Lawler.
That's right, Roger. You know, I'm really excited about the situation there in the Evansville area. I think it's no secret to a lot of the wrestling fans that have been coming to the matches for years and years at the Evansville Coliseum that, boy, when summertime rolled around, it could get pretty warm in that building, not only for the fans, but for the wrestlers as well, so I can attest to that. That's why we're so excited about the fact that the wrestling, at least for the summer now, has moved over across the river to Henderson, Kentucky, at, believe me, one of the most beautiful facilities that I've ever seen, and that's at Riverside Downs. Now, I know a lot of you people are familiar with that. Championship thoroughbred horse racing goes on there, but on this particular evening, Wednesday, June 21st, right up in the grandstand. Now, you're not outside, you're sitting inside, air conditioning, beautiful building, beautiful seating, and they have got to build a special place for the ring right there, and I've wrestled over there once already, and believe me, it was very, very, I mean, just, you couldn't ask for a better situation. And I'm looking forward to being back there on the 21st. As you said, Bill Dundee is going to be coming back into the area. He'll be wrestling there that night, and I am going to be defending the Unified World Heavyweight Championship. Have the belt right there in Henderson, Kentucky, and we're going to be announcing next week who the opponent is. I'm just telling you, get your tickets now. You could get them in advance right over there at Riverside Downs. We're excited about it, and I know you will be too. We'll see you on Wednesday, June 21st.
A lot of action, Riverside Downs, 8 p.m. We'd like to see all of you wrestling fans right there.
Michael St. John back with you on Championship Wrestling. Got a couple of my friends out here. Action Jackson, Billy Travis, you guys look sharp in the ring. Mr. Fuller had some words for you.
People, I'm very sorry what I did, power slamming a lady. But you know, Sylvia, you deserved it, baby.
I tell you, did you hear these people when they saw that?
Yes, I did. But Robert Fuller, you coming out here talking about you have to pay the doctor bills and all that. But let me tell you something, that blonde-headed husband, she had it coming to her when this 310 pounds just picked up and just slammed her. She's just laying like this. You go,
Oh, boy.
Well, Michael, I'm mad at Action Jackson. I'm mad at you. Wow. You just didn't do it hard enough. I want you to throw it right through the back.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Billy.
Woo! You know, I'm excited because we get a CWA Tag Team title shot right here this week. We got a title shot.
It's right in the arena. Wait a minute.
I think it's the no-knee pads. It's the no-knee pads for Billy Travis.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
The man needs knee pads.
You want a piece of the champions, Daddy? Get your big ring in that match. Let's see how
Tag champs right now. Southern Tag champs is Prime Time and Rob Fuller. Fuller's second, maybe third time holding these tag straps this year. I think he held it twice with the Bunkhouse Buck. What was his name? Jimmy Golden.
They're going to do it right now. They're getting in the ring right now.
Time, New Stud Stable.
You heard Robert Fuller say this was a non-title match.
Shit.
Referee calling
non-title. We got a banger on our hands.
Brian Lee in against Billy Travis. Big high hip toss by Billy Travis. Another one on Brian Lee. Uppercut by Billy. Tag is made to Robert Fuller. This match was unscheduled. I understand it will be a non-title match. Referee Jerry Calhoun got in the ring. The Stud Stable got in the ring. Miss Sylvia on crutches.
We got a match on
ringside. The fans pumping up the volume solidly behind Billy Travis and Action Jackson. I gotta say, I admire Action Jackson for the apology, but obviously no apology necessary as these four are gonna lock up right now. Robert Fuller
Action Jackson
and Brian Lee had some comments about Action Jackson before this match. Let's take a look at it right now.
You know, Brian, this is a funny thing, man, because here we are, the tag team champions, baby. Might as well be the tag team of the world because we're the name everybody's talking about. This is a big happening. Brian Lee and Robert Fuller right here. It's hard to find yourself a team to go up against us. But then you go out and you find one, and what do they find? This stupid, ignorant Travis. They're going to put him in with his boy Jackson and try to win these titles. You boys couldn't win him in 1,000 years. Give it your best shot.
Robert Fuller, Brian Lee, that was recorded earlier before this match actually took place, or actually it evolved. It actually just happened because Robert Fuller came out in the middle of Billy Travis and Action Jackson's interview and said, let's get in the ring and tie it up right now. Holy cow! Billy Travis going in head first toward the turnbuckle. Brian Lee ducked out of the way. Travis slammed that shoulder into the pole. Now Brian Lee adding some more damage to the left shoulder of Billy Travis as he throws him back in the ring. Lee, seeing the point of injury, going to work on it now.
Old school wrestling tonight.
Fans picking up the chant of "Go Billy Go." Brian Lee going to make the tag. Here comes Big Robert Fuller in. Fuller, that could separate the arm out of the socket. They're working on the upper part of the shoulder and the collarbone of Billy Travis that was slammed into the turnbuckle then by Robert Fuller. Travis in some kind of pain, that shoulder beginning to swell. Robert Fuller going for a submission on Billy Travis, stretching that shoulder. Referee Jerry Calhoun asking Travis if he wants to give it up. I got to tell you, Billy's a tough customer. It's going to take a lot. You can hear Robert Fuller screaming at the referee. Fuller, of course, obviously upset about the events that occurred prior to this undertaking in the ring. But they're at it right now, going to slam Billy Travis one more time into the turnbuckle across the way. Now Brian Lee coming down the apron, stomping at Travis. Travis needs to make a tag to Action Jackson if at all possible. He is in some kind of pain. Tag is made. Here comes Brian Lee. Lee still working over that left shoulder. Look at this, around the top rope. Stretching that arm, trying to get Billy into a point of submission. Sylvia watching it ringside on crutches, apparently injured from some earlier action. Brian Lee working over Billy Travis in the ring. Billy trying to protect that left arm and that shoulder. Here's the tag to Robert Fuller again. Fuller right after that arm, right after that shoulder. Brings him up. Oh, he's going to slam him. He's going to slam him and does on that arm. Robert Fuller going off the ropes.
Travis in trouble now.
Continuing to harass Billy Travis and continuing to work on that left arm. The upper part of that shoulder.
I love Colonel Rob Parker.
Here comes the tag. Brian Lee going to make his way back into the ring.
WWF brought him in as Tennessee Lee.
In the ring most of this
match. Jarrett for a very brief moment in 98.
Waiting in the corner. Billy calling to look for the tag. He's in the wrong corner. He'll make the tag. Here comes Jackson.
They didn't use him to his full potential.
Fuller enters the ring. He catches one. Gonna bring them together. There you have it.
We didn't call him Colonel Rob Parker or Tennessee Lee, dude. He could have
going right after Robert Fuller now. Brian Lee from behind.
Was fired in WCW for many years.
Billy Travis in the ring to protect his partner, Jackson.
The Stud Stable here has been a great.
Fuller's got the crutch from this.
Maybe my favorite part of '89 and CWA. Oh, he nailed it! Prime time with the crutch. They're gonna get a victory over the tag champs. Oh, son of a bitch! Prime time took the fall. They got a victory over the tag champs. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank and Claude for Billy Travis and Action Jackson.
Have beaten the Stud Stable in the middle of the ring. Robert Fuller.
My God!
They beat you, Robert.
No, sir. You see the belts right here.
The tag titles were not on the line.
Wait a minute now. They beat you right here on television, Robert. You said it was
hey, that calls for a title match, if you ask me.
What was this with the crutch and all?
No way. Let me tell you something, boys. You think you're pretty tough. You think you got an opportunity at these belts right here. Let me tell you something. If you could beat us, baby, we'd put them up on a silver platter and crawl Mama in with them. Crawl them right up and hand them to you, Daddy. Because that's how much I figure you got a chance.
You will put the belts up against them. You'll put the belts up, and if you lose them...
As you well know, these belts are going to go up. We're going to wrestle you, boys. But I'm telling you,
where's
if you
Eddie
lose them, I'll slap them out on a silver platter. Mama crawl right over there and hand them right off to you. That's right.
No, wait a minute here. Billy, come here for a second.
Need a matchmaker out here right now.
You heard what he said.
Right. Did you folks hear that?
Eddie Marlin, where are you, sir?
She'll crawl and hand us those belts. Well, let me tell you something. It's time for somebody respectable to win those belts. I've had them fall clubs, and I'm going to get them this week, and you're going to crawl, and you're going to bring them to us, and we're going to kick your teeth out.
There you have it.
Action Jackson's like, I ain't even done.
You put your hands on her. one more time as long as you live. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to try to shoot this dead body.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa.
That's probably going to be in an arena show. That won't be here.
Saying that he'll put the belts
do a
on
title
the line
change
against
here
Billy
in
in
the
action. And if
studio.
they lose, did I hear him right that Miss Sylvia will...
It's happened this year, but
Baby, she might well
case in
start
point.
calling out. She's going to get on her hands and knees and just hand them to her. She's going to do it like that. We're going to get those belts this week, guarantee it. That's right, baby.
Coming on top of a major upset here on television, Action Jackson, Billy Travis, and the Stud Stable. We'll be back with more right after this.
Rocking and rolling here. We just now crossed over into the part 2 video, which is 3 minutes also.
Attention wrestling fans. For the first time ever, you can own your very own personally autographed 8x10 color portrait of your favorite CWA
Dude, it might have been, because like, it didn't make sense to go from
a beautiful full-color 8x10
didn't make sense to go from
autographed to you.
27 to
For only
610.
$4.95 plus $1 shipping and handling, you get this personalized portrait for your home or office. Order your favorite star's photo today. Choose from World Unification Champion Jerry the King Lawler, Fast Rising Young Star Jeff Jarrett, or the battling Aussie Bill Superstar Dundee. Each photograph will be personally autographed by your favorite superstar to you. Order your portrait today. Just send your name,
So I
address.
bet this actually is 610 right here that we're on. Yeah, this
And
is
$4.95 plus $1 shipping and handling to CWA Marketing,
weird on the
P.O. Box
site,
1783, Hendersonville, Tennessee 37077. Please specify wrestlers and
I
to
think
whom
next
autograph
week
is to
we
be
start
signed.
with
That address again,
617.
CWA Marketing, P.O. Box 1783, Hendersonville, Tennessee 37077. Sorry, no CODs. Allow 4 weeks for delivery.
624 after. Yeah, I think that's correct. I feel like something's still missing, and then it just now switched.
Done here. We have a tape of a match that occurred recently between the Wild side, and when we say the Wild side, we're not making that up. These guys are wild. They're coming out right now to talk with us here on Championship Wrestling.
Where's that VCR? We want to show the people
Where's that VCR at?
what we say. When we came here, we said we're going to put people out of professional wrestling. We want you to watch
Chris
this
Champions
tape,
here is
and we're going to show you that we back up what we say. You will not see John Paul in professional wrestling. You will not see him in the NWA. You will not see him in the WWF. You will not see him anywhere but in the hospital. Or maybe a wheelchair.
Well, and what he's saying here is true, and John Paul was going to take a break or go somewhere else or whatever he was going to do, and I think that is what happened. I don't think he shows back up. I could look right now, but just if memory serves, it was a few years later before he started jobbing in WCW again, and even in WWF, so I think this was a way to get John
The boy
Paul
is out of professional wrestling. He's 2 inches shorter. He's finished. He's a paraplegic, and it did my heart good to hurt somebody and put him out of professional wrestling. Watch closely right here. Watch closely. When you walk on the wild side, he's walking right now. That's it. John Paul will never wrestle again. Anywhere. Bar none. Now, boys, we're giving you a chance. You can walk out of that ring right now and not get put out. But you wrestle us, and we're going to hurt one of you boys bad. You got a chance.
The Wild side, Chris Champion Mark Starr set to go against...
We ain't going nowhere, fella.
Set to go against Jimmy
Starr and Chris
Masters and
Champion.
Frazier. Wait a minute.
Oh shit, Tracy Smothers says let's fucking go. He's just entering the match. He says screw it. I'm going to take your spot.
Wait a minute.
I guess that's true.
We have a match with these two dudes. Tracy Smothers is not in this match, and nor will we wrestle him today.
Mark Starr,
Brandon Tracy now.
Caught by surprise by this turn of events.
No, this ain't gonna be. No, we signed that contract to wrestle these two Joe Brony goofballs. We're not wrestling him. We done put his partner out. He needs to hang his boots up and put it away before we finish him off too.
Chris Frazier still in the ring, but wait a minute, that's Jimmy Masters still in the ring. You gonna wrestle him or not? I think we gotta get him in the ring. Referee Jerry Calhoun calling him to the ring.
Smothers, you got a chance. Smothers, you got a chance to walk out of there and not get out. Brother, we're gonna put you out like Jean Paul.
Chris Champion with his comments, and the referee's call for the bell.
Got a match.
Tracy Smothers is in the ring, a substitution that was not scheduled for this one, and Tracy Smothers is going to town on Champion and Star. Wildfire getting a taste of their own medicine, getting burned at the pass by Tracy Smothers. Referee Jerry Calhoun ordering Chris Champion out of the ring. Legal man is Mark Starr. The Wild Side getting a taste of wildfire. Tracy Smothers going to town as he came in and asked Chris Frazier to leave the ring. Jimmy Masters in his corner. Look at this, Smothers. Up and over goes Mark Starr. High drop kick, down goes Chris Champion. The Wild Side on the side of the ring now. Tracy Smothers turning up the heat. Mark Starr and Chris Champion. The Wild Side quickly retreating to the floor. Tracy Smothers calling him back in the ring. Mark Starr looking for his partner, perhaps to tag out here. Tracy, of course, with an element of revenge on his mind, as his partner, John Paul, was injured in a recent match against this same Wild Side team. Tag is made to Jimmy Masters. Masters in the ring, bars the arm of Mark Starr, comes down on it with an elbow. Starr backs Masters into the ropes. Jimmy Masters, the less experienced of the team of Tracy Smothers and Masters. Of course, like we said, this team was created at a last-minute substitution. Tracy Smothers came in and asked for Masters' partner to leave. The Wild Side had some comments for Championship Wrestling. Let's take a look.
You know, you're looking at the Wild Side here, people. We've been in this area for a short time, and we've went through people like knocking down dominoes, and we're going to keep on doing it in any of our opponents. I advise you to get you a good insurance plan because you're going to need it to pay them hospitals. Isn't that right, Chris? That's right, boy. When you walk on the Wild Side, you don't walk no more. Two of the meanest hombres this side is Andoria, my friend. When we take it to the Wild Side. We're going to hospitalize people, put people out of professional wrestling, and take those two CWA tag team titles, my friend.
And the Wild Side doing damage to young Jimmy Masters in the ring. Tag is made. Chris Champion gonna put that big boot into the midsection several times. Starr taking his time getting out of the ring. Referee Jerry Calhoun has his hands full with this tag team, I can assure you. Off the rope, high drop kick by Champion. Wild Side, when they say Wild Side, they mean it. And they are one of the most rough and tumble tag teams I have ever seen in action in the ring. I mean, they are almost complacent about being in the ring, but once that bell rings, they go to town. Chris Champion dragging Masters over into the corner. Tag has made Mark Starr going to come in. Jim Masters being beaten down by the team of Wild Side. Elbow by Mark Starr going for the cover. 1, 2. Masters kicked out from underneath. Tracy Smothers wanting back in the ring, looking for that tag. The Wild Side keeping Masters at bay. In the corner with the boot to the midsection goes Mark Starr. Now Tracy Smothers has had it up. He comes in, going to try to protect his partner. Smothers going after Mark Starr. Oh, what a high elbow. Legal man in the ring, though, remember, is Jim Masters. Chris Champion climbing the ropes. They set Masters up. A pile driver. Jerry Calhoun with his back turned. Masters pile driver driven in the center of the ring. Pile driven into the mat. And a count of 3. And Wild Side takes the victory over Jim Masters.
Lots of coming in to hurt folks.
It just goes to show that we back up everything we say. And boys back in the dressing room watching this monitor, take note. Because we are going to start putting people out of professional wrestling on a regular basis. We like to hurt people. Bottom line.
Sync of the voice and the sounds just slightly off. I noticed here.
I came to hurt people.
I think that's in the video here. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. I appreciate it.
Chris Champion, Mark Starr, Wild Side continuing to run rampant in the area. Oh boy, let's take a break. We'll be back with more action right after this on Championship Wrestling.
Every Sunday night, 6 Eastern Time. I like to do this plug, I like to get into people's heads. Come through to Wrestle Plug. CWA 89. We're making our
A
way
lot
through the
more action
entire
up here on
year.
Championship Wrestling. In the ring
Twitch and
right
YouTube.
now from Memphis, Tennessee.
If you're new here and you're just passing
It's
way
Scott
through, maybe
Smith,
watching this on
and
replay,
coming to the ring, you can probably
enjoying
hear his
this.
mouth.
We've got a
Ronnie
Taker
Gossett
sighting,
with his
Master
man,
of
the
Pain.
Master of Pain, whose last known address
check
was
out
the
video
Atlanta
section.
Penitentiary.
Tons of awesome videos
We got
to
the
check
signal
out
for the
from
bell, and we're underway. Master of Pain, 318
Master of
pounds.
Pain.
Scott Smith.
Scott
Master of Pain
Smith.
picking him up big, high.
The Undertaker,
holding him
still
high
hanging out in
the
June
air
of
for a
89.
good 3 or 4 seconds.
Before heading to
Drops him
WCW.
flat
And
on
then,
his
of course,
back. Ronnie Gossett with his man, the
year and a
Master
half,
of Pain,
2 years,
strutting
2.5
around the ring.
years, he
Pain
would
catches him with that high
start
boot to
becoming
the
the
chin.
legendary Undertaker.
Scott Smith being taught a lesson.
Right,
Pulled
Glenn.
high over the head of the Master of
Dead
Pain.
man.
Slammed to the canvas. Pain down on the back of the neck with that boot.
Ronnie
They
P.
call him the
Gossett
Master
signing.
of Pain, and from his technique and action in the ring, you can certainly see where he picked up his nickname.
Might be the least
He
we've
is
seen
as
him in the
rough
last
as they come.
few weeks
Now,
here.
being tossed to the ring, or cast out of the rope, out of the
Shit
ropes
punch.
onto the floor. Scott Smith, look at this. Ronnie Gossett taking advantage of an injured
Ronnie P. Gossett,
wrestler as he throws him back in the ring.
Undertaker. Master of Pain.
Master of Pain coming off, catches him with that
Diving
elbow.
clothesline. Classic Taker, really. He did that his entire
Pain
career.
backs against the ropes, going to drop that
Big
leg,
leg drop.
double
He
leg
did
drop
his
across
entire
the
career.
throat.
And that's it.
Goes for the cover. 1,
Finished
2,
him with the leg drop.
3. That's it. Master of Pain
Former
making
unified
quick
champion
work
here in CWA.
of Scott Smith in the ring.
It's been really fun to
Ronnie
watch.
Gossett
honestly.
quite proud of his man. Of course, there's going to be tougher competition along the line for this duo, or at least for the Master of Pain, who's recently been teaming with T.Y. Chuhai and Mr. Gossett. We've got a lot more wrestling action coming up. In fact, we're running a little late on the program today, so let's get the wrestlers in and get right back to action. This next match, one fall with a
another match
10-minute
just
time
coming
limit,
in here.
will bring the Shadow from parts unknown, 229 pounds, against the Thumper, Frankie
This was
Lancaster.
good. Yeah, honestly,
We're waiting.
I've
Here
heard
comes
people
the
like talk
Thumper
about how
now.
like Taker wasn't that great when he was younger, and I don't know, man. I think Taker got it here. Like, he's not a technical wrestler. He's not going to be going out on the mat and doing a Billy Robinson classic, but the dude got it. He knew what to do with his size, with his mobility, and he honestly was way above average at this point in time in 1989. Dude, it's been a pleasure to
Quite
watch.
a crowd favorite. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster.
Frankie Lancaster,
against
we've seen this
the
entire year
Shadow,
here.
one fall, 10-minute
Versus
time limit.
The Shadow,
Referee
sometimes
is
we see
Jerry
Frankie
Calhoun.
as
They
the
lock it
job.
up, collar and elbow. Lancaster
Gonna
going
get
right
one
to
more
work on the
spell here,
masked
it looks
man.
like.
Whips him to the
Yeah, there
ropes,
is
catches
loses.
him with the elbow. Frankie
Yeah.
Lancaster, I would have to say, is one of the most improved
Frankie
wrestlers
again's a
I have
pretty
seen
solid
over the
hand, though.
past 6 months to a year. He
Taking
is.
the piss. Okay, that was
There
right.
is a neck breaker.
You know, if
up
we're going through a
underhook.
suplex and we turn it into
Rolled
a
him over on
swinging
that neck breaker. Caught the Shadow. Lancaster going in. Gonna send him on the suplex. Slingshot coming up. No. Gonna set him on top of the turnbuckle. Lancaster, the southpaw, going to work on the Shadow.
Now we're going to go
from on top of the ropes.
superplex.
Lancaster, the superplex,
Nice.
and down
That might be
goes
it.
the Shadow.
Quick
Lancaster for the
match here.
cover.
Yeah.
1, 2. This could be it. And is.
Lancaster
That's
making
two of
sure
the
he looked
quickest matches I've seen in a long,
good
long
in the pin
time.
as
The
well.
Thumper, Frankie Lancaster, up and over the Shadow using that superplex. Taking the match.
I don't know what to do with Lancaster.
What action here on Championship Wrestling.
think anybody
We're going
ever
to take a
did.
quick break. We'll be back for more right after this on Championship Wrestling.
Big match there. Continuing through the evening. Halfway through the year of 89 now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roger Webb with Championship
Episode 11.
Wrestling. We want to remind you that there will be no wrestling this Wednesday at Riverside Downs, but will return next Wednesday. That's Wednesday, June 21st, Championship Wrestling at beautiful Riverside Downs. Also want to remind you, too, that wrestling on TV, that'll be Sunday now at noon on Channel 7. That's this Sunday. Now, on that
No,
big
I like
match,
a green
the big
Sid,
man...
honestly. Like, I do get what you're saying, Galactic, but honestly, I like a green Sid. Sid's still fun to watch here as Lord Humongous, and even when he got into WCW and started doing the skyscraper stuff with Dan Spivey, I still enjoyed watching him squash some jobbers, but I do get what you're saying, man. I like what you're
Wednesday,
saying
June
about Taker just
21st,
kind of
for the first time in Henderson, Kentucky, it'll be a world title match.
You know, I hate for Dutch
the green screen. We're going to use a green screen once. I didn't like the green screen.
That town's a nice-looking place.
Come on now.
But we're too close to those scrubby, ignorant-looking fans. I noticed on the front row last week, they didn't have 10 teeth between all of them.
You're not afraid of the people, are you?
I don't like them that close to me, Dutch.
Well, you can't be afraid of them. The only thing is, well, what's bothering you, Ronnie, is that they stink. They smell like horses. I walked out of that building after I whooped that Billy Travis like the low-life egg-sucking dog that he is, and I could not get over. Ronnie, I know it.
I almost passed out, Dutch, and plus the walk to the ring.
It is a long way to walk. But Henderson, let me tell you something, Riverside Downs. It's been a long time. And the reason we don't have wrestling next week is because I couldn't get Jerry Lawler to agree to have a match with me. But the week after, I got Jerry Lawler head up for that unified world's heavyweight title, which is rightfully mine, by the way, I might add, for the uninformed. And Lawler, when you step in there, I don't care if we're in a racetrack, I don't care if we're in a beer joint, I don't care if we're in the post office, that title is coming back to me where it rightfully belongs. And Ronnie, I know you don't like it up there.
No, I
You don't like those people.
I don't like those
But you
people.
just stay close to me because I'll entertain you long enough and not let you get depressed for being there. And I'll walk out to the ring, and when I bring that belt back, and I know it's not a real good place to get a belt, but I'll take it anywhere. Next, well, let me tell you, people, Riverside Downs see a new world champion.
Championship Wrestling is proud to have one man who is absolutely on top of his field. He's a man that is the unified world heavyweight champion. Of course, the man I'm referring to is Jerry the King Lawler. We have a special video on the King. It is entitled Wanted Dead or Alive. I think it pretty well explains the plight of a world heavyweight champion, and in this particular case, Jerry the King Lawler. Let's go to that video right now.
God, can't watch this. Hold on, let's get through her. Rattlesnake, get the hell in here. Zach O'Green, get the hell in here. Get through copyrighted content.
The unified world heavyweight champion, Jerry the King Lawler. Coming into the ring right now is Keith Robertson, 243 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee. Keith Robertson. And now the unified world heavyweight champion, Jerry the King Lawler. Referee Jerry Calhoun in the ring. This match will be one fall with TV time.
Give me that microphone. Let me tell you something, Keith Robinson. Come over here a minute, boy. Come over here. I hear you went to school with Jerry Lawler till you passed him up. So evidently you know what kind of a bully and a nothing-happening idiot he's been, and you've known him longer than we have. That's exactly right. So I tell you what I'm going to do for you. If you can beat this idiot, I'm going to put you under my wing. I'm going to take you places you've never been. I'm going to make people look up to you and say, that's Keith Robinson, not that's Keith Robinson. Because when you're with a man of my stature, my importance, you're going places. I know you've got your application in to be one of my men in the stable, but I'll tell you this. You beat Lawler, and I give you my word, boy, you'll be on High Street. All right. All right.
Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth, promising Keith Robertson if he beats Jerry the King Lawler.
I hope that anybody coming through here that is checking out these live streams also goes and checks out the video section. I'm making a lot of docu-style content, and I've got a lot of videos in the video section to check out. So, yeah, thanks for being in here. Appreciate it.
Take him under his wing.
Every Sunday night I do these at 6 Eastern.
Of course, to the invitation of anyone.
Help me do that.
Bell time. We got action. Jerry the King Lawler and Keith Robertson. Look at this. Lawler now.
I'm staying out here. I've got an investment, man.
Lawler not too happy that Ronnie Gossett is going to be at ringside. Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth, as we have been instructed to call him. I could think of about 9 other things I'd like to call him, but none of which I would be able to stay on television to call him with, or at, or to. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Keith Robertson. I'm sure Robertson sees this as a chance of a lifetime. Not only is he taking on the unified world heavyweight champion, Jerry the King Lawler, but Ronnie Gossett has promised that if he beats Lawler, he'll take him under his wing. To be honest with you, if he beat Lawler, it'd be a major upset. He wouldn't need Ronnie Gossett anyway. But, of course, I don't think Robertson sees it quite that way or in that light. Lock it up, collar and elbow. Lawler caught in the corner. Robertson throwing a right hand to the chin. Robertson smiling, Gossett cheering him on. Jerry the King Lawler hopefully will not underestimate Robertson. Of course, Robertson with some added motivation at the encouragement of Ronnie Gossett. And of course, with Gossett at ringside, you never know what to expect. The guy's big enough around, he could keep an arsenal in his pants if he had to. Goodness knows what can happen. They lock it up middle of the ring now. Jerry Calhoun, referee, watching intently. Picks Lawler up, scoop slam, puts him on the mat. Jerry up quickly.
It's a Lawler match.
Surprise of the annex of Robertson. Keith Robertson being spurred on at ringside by Ronnie Gossett. Lawler.
Is it Robertson?
Eyeing his
Did I miss that?
They lock it up
Robertson.
Wraps that arm up one time.
I'm not familiar with that guy at all.
Robertson on the key.
Honest.
Lawler. Robertson has thus far
Been a few weeks since we've seen a Lawler match.
Taking the match into his own hands and controlled the tempo, keeping Lawler wrapped up in that arm bar. King asking the crowd, should he go ahead and throw one at this guy? Wrap that fist together. There's that right hand. When Lawler throws that right hand, it is like a slingshot.
No one's going to debate Lawler's great punches, right?
He threw it right to the
One of
face.
the best work punches in the world.
Quickly took
Wrestling.
refuge under Ronnie Gossett's wing, even though Robertson is not a part of
Robertson.
Ronnie
I think it's
Gossett's
Robertson.
Army, or stable as he calls it. He's got his big chance here today.
Rocking the fur boots, though.
Jerry the King Lawler got to beware. Lawler backed into the corner again by Robertson. Reaches back, throws a right hand. Perry retaliates with one of his own. And again, Robertson to the floor. Keith Robertson getting some more instruction from Ronnie Gossett. Look at Gossett. Right in his face, telling him what to do. I think there's an old adage in wrestling, is he who cannot teaches. And that certainly would be the case with Ronnie.
This is after that, Galactic. He says, what month does Jerry get the AWA belt? Yeah, he unified the AWA and the WCW titles. It was at the beginning of this year, actually. Maybe late '89. I think he won that in December '89. Don't quote me on any of this, but I'm thinking. And yeah, he made those unified titles and had in real life, issue with AWA and kept the belt. But I believe that's already happened. If I'm not mistaken.
Bad enough he walks around. I can see him in the middle of the ring. Gossett stalking outside. Robertson, Lawler in the ring. Gossett coming over now to antagonize the crowd some more. Now adding some choice words for referee Jerry Calhoun. This match, with the expiration of our TV time remaining, Lawler ducks underneath.
This is June 10th, '89.
Lawler threatening, crowd saying to do it. Referee trying to keep Lawler off the man. Now starts the count. Lawler setting Robertson
Just
down.
rip his legs off. Jesus.
Lawler bowing him open. Referee Jerry Calhoun checking the shoulders of Robertson. Gossett complaining at ringside more and more as each passing moment of the match. Lawler now, look at this. This has got to be very, very painful to the ligaments of the upper calf. Lawler.
Pull this man's groin muscle off. Jesus.
On Keith Robertson.
Muscles, rather.
Robertson, whoa! Brings him on over. Robertson in some kind of pain now. Stretching the muscles, perhaps a groin injury. But Keith Robertson now getting some instruction from Ronald P. Gossett, or Ronnie P. Gossett IV. Or if he hears his name being mentioned on television, and by the way, has choice verbiage for just about everyone in the Championship Wrestling studio. Lawler locking it up again with Robertson. Robertson backing him into the corner. Robertson forearm side of the face, bolo chop to the back. Brings him out of the corner, sets him up, goes for the neck breaker, and does, completes the neck breaker on the King. Lawler in pain. Robertson with that little Gossett wiggle. Right hand to the side of the jaw. King goes down hard. Unified World Heavyweight Champion Jerry the King Lawler in a bit of trouble now.
Yeah, Unified World Heavyweight Champion Lawler right now, getting it back from Master of Pain Taker, who's been the only person to take it from him, I believe, this year.
Keith Robertson. Robertson, I must say, would be a dark horse to even stay in the ring this long with Jerry Lawler. Now look at this. Ronnie Gossett has got Lawler by the throat on the ropes. Holy cow. Referee Jerry Calhoun being distracted by Keith Robertson. And Ronnie Gossett, in the meantime, does his dirty diligence on Jerry the King Lawler. Robertson stomping away. Lawler worse for wear right now. Robertson may be making a mistake here by not closing in quicker on the King. Gonna wrap him up.
Nice swinging neck breaker by Robertson either way. That looked nice. Oh, another one. Dude, yeah, he flows with that. That's a beautiful swinging neck breaker, actually. That's something you don't see enough today. You don't see swinging neck breakers like that.
Devastating maneuver, putting pressure to the vertebrae at the top of the spine. Robertson going for the cover. Lawler.
Yeah, they are trying to make Robertson look pretty good here.
That will cause a break. Robertson had a near pin. Had Jerry not been that close to the rope, he may have had him that time. Robertson going for the scoop slam. Picks him up, slams him down. Off the rope, misses with the elbow.
Uh-oh. Draw. The strap is down. The Jerry Lawler strap is down. We're getting real, folks. It's happening.
There's another one.
Throwing those punches.
Jerry throwing those punches. Roundhouse right. Robertson goes down. King closing in. Big solid right hand that time.
That's right. Rocking those furry boots. Welcome in here. Q2 Raw Gaming.
Pulling Lawler off of Robertson. Gossett slips. Robertson something. Robertson may have a chain. Holy cow. He landed that right hand, and I believe he had something wrapped. He had a chain that was slipped to him from Ronnie Gossett. Robertson going for the cover. 1, 2. Lawler reverses. 1, 2, 3.
Got him. Got him.
But Keith Robertson
got him. Lawler picking up a win. Robertson did look better than I had anticipated.
King complaining that Gossett had a chain and he slipped it to Robertson. Jerry the King Lawler victorious here on Championship Wrestling. I want to talk about another crowd favorite. This man has been places and done things, and for a man of his size has made accomplishments in Championship Wrestling that are totally beyond belief. I'm talking about the battler, Bill Superstar Dundee. Let's take a look at him right now.
God, oh God. Get through that fucking build. We haven't seen Bill Dundee in months. Bill Dundee is returning. Literally as soon as I started. So Bill Dundee cutting promos says brother more than Hulk Hogan says brother. And I started a brother counter. And as soon as I started it here on the Sunday Night Wrestle Plunge Wrestling Show, he disappeared. We're going to get Bill Dundee's return, ladies and gentlemen. I need to get through his music video, though, so I don't get a copyright strike. There we go.
In action. Jerry the King Lawler, the World Unified Heavyweight Championship. Everybody wants a shot at him. And, of course, it's going to take a lot, but somebody's going to have to do something for Mr. Ronnie P. Gossett IV in his stable. I'll tell you, they're a tough bunch to deal with, and goodness knows what's going to happen with them. Michael St. John on behalf of Championship Wrestling, thank you for joining us. Be sure to join us next week right back here. Until then, so long, everybody.
Damn, okay. So this one's also ending 7 minutes early. So this is still just slightly confusing. Because then we go into June. What it says is June. I'm watching this again on Internet Archive, and on June 17th, there's a part 1 for 47 minutes and a part 2 for 2 minutes, which makes sense for the length of a normal episode. So I don't know. Let's see what these last 7 minutes are.
Selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Champion.
Fugsby.
Wrestling today. Boy,
oh, Dave Brown came back though.
Master of Pain will be here. You can bet.
So I feel like this is going to end abruptly, and it's going to be an awkward ending here. But I'm going to let this roll out for the next minute. Something's
Ronnie
off
P.
though with
Gossett
it.
will be lurking somewhere. Action Jackson and Billy Travis, the brand new CWA Tag Champions, are going to be with us today. The Wild Side, Mark Starr and Chris Champion will be along. Jeff Jarrett will be here today, and we're going to have the King and his special partner, Freddie, coming up later on today. You stay with us. We'll be back at CWA Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Jeff Jarrett. We got a... You see Jeff is back. He's just handed that CWA heavyweight belt out of the ring. This is a non-title match, by the way. Jeff Jarrett goes against the Hangman.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett, CWA champ. Didn't see any Jarrett this week, except for now, of course. But
Jeff and the Hangman tie it up. Hangman shoves it back. Yeah, celebrate, Hangman. Got a sneaking suspicion you better celebrate early, going against one of the finest wrestlers anywhere around, Jeff Jarrett. Oh boy, the Hangman's really happy. Look at this. You haven't pinned him yet. Again, they tie it up in the middle of the ring. Hangman again shoves him back. That's third time that has worked for him, but it hasn't really gained him much advantage. You can see it sure didn't even gain him a psychological advantage over Jeff Jarrett. Jeff,
the 80s, baby.
Shoved him down.
I see that green screen back there, too.
As the Hangman sent him firing into the rope. Jeff with his shoulder butt again coming off of there. This time he goes by. Hey, the Hangman takes him over. Jeff's got the arm bar on the Hangman there. Jeff had a few words to say. Let's take a look, take a listen and a look at what Jeff had to say right here.
Well, Ronnie Gossett, it seems to me that you're making yourself a pretty long list of enemies. First of all,
we go.
Jerry Lawler. And
he's in front of the green screen right now, baby. We're rocking this weekly. Got a green screen.
Jump him and put him out of action. Then you're at ringside during one of my matches. You're not even supposed to be there, and you throw some.
Wait, they're showing the promo over the match?
Crazy stuff in my eyes. Well, Gossett, let me tell you something. You better start sleeping with
double
one
screens
eye open.
for.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't even go to sleep because, boy, like I said, you made a long list of enemies.
Lisa, exactly, yeah.
You're going to be responsible for taking the CWA title. Well, you just try it, because I'm going to do everything in my power to put you out. When Jerry Lawler's not on your behind, I'm going to be.
Better look out, Ronnie P. Gossett. Jeff Jarrett right now continues to work on the Hangman. Bar on the left arm. Jeff pretty well in control of the action right here. Hangman early on thought he was about to gain the advantage over Jeff Jarrett. Hasn't worked out that way up to this point.
We have 2 minutes left of this video.
From Oil Trough, Texas,
I don't know what happened here with the uploading, but
does that mean you're staying for
I'm going to watch
next week it should straighten back out a little bit.
Human Q-tip that Jeff Jarrett had to say, and he's going to be talking about anybody. Here's a man who stole the CWA belt from me and is running around trying to badmouth somebody else. And I think that's like the kettle calling the pot black. That man's a known thief. And he's running around with my belt, which is rightfully mine, I might add. And he's in there, and he's trying to tell everybody how bad he is and what he's going to do, and I'll do this. Well, they might be picking on Gossett, or trying to pick on him, but you don't see him trying to pick on me because he knows I can take him out at any time.
Well, that's your version of what happened there, actually.
Well, my version is the correct version. I don't know what kind of slant you want to put on it, Dave Brown, but that's my slant on it, and my slant is the correct one. Now, you may say a lot of things. These people at home, they may say a lot of things about it, and saying I'm this and I'm that. But Jeff Jarrett's the one who's running scared. He's the one who's he's trying to say all kind of stuff. But see, I got the true version of it, and the true version is he has my belt, and he's trying to run with it. He's trying to hide behind it, and you can only hide for so long before it finally catches up with you.
Less than a minute left. Are we even going to finish this match?
I think they've seen what happened. I think they know how Jeff won the belt.
The people at home are more qualified.
I'm interested to see if when it changes, it continues this, or we go into a completely new episode.
Beat him every time out. Every time I go to the ring, every outing that I go to the ring with Jeff Jarrett, I come out with my hand raised. And I've made that a point, I've made that a policy of Dutch Mantell's career, that every time I go to the ring with anybody, I'm going to come out with my hand in the air by hook or by crook.
Well, once again, that's your version of it, Dutch Mantell. There's a clothesline by Jeff Jarrett. He's got the cover. Count of 2.
Can't put this guy away.
The whole thing.
10 seconds, Jeff, till this video ends.
Jeff Jarrett, I'm going to say, I'm going to go.
Let's see what happens
here. He
here.
is a better wrestler than Hangman. He's wrestling right here. But he's not a better wrestler than I am. He's not a better wrestler.
It starts a brand new episode. Something was off here. Something was off with the uploading of this tonight, and I do apologize for that, even though I had nothing to do with it whatsoever. I'm just streaming from Internet Archive, and they have the entire CWA catalog from '89. Whatever. Anybody that's come through here that's new here, make sure you're subbed up. Make sure you have the bell clicked here at Wrestle Plunge. That way you know when I drop a video or when I go live, and you can come in and hang out with me, or you can watch it. Check out the video section. I got a lot of videos in there, and check out the live section. I've got a lot of past content. I really appreciate everyone for coming through here tonight. Next week, we will start up with, presumably, at least on this site, it says June 17th. We'll do June 17th and June 24th. And I guess June's a little weird. I don't know. June's a little fucked up on the side. I know. But it is what it is. But I appreciate everyone for coming through here tonight. This has been a really good show, a really fun show. Remember, just keep it in your head. Every Sunday night, 6 Eastern. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. Come through. Hang out. Keep me company as we do the thing. We're going to go through the entire year of CWA 89. And after that, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to figure it out. But please go to the video section. Check out some of the content. Give it a like. Give it a comment. Let me know what you think. I like a conversation on there. And this has been really fun. I appreciate everyone for coming through. Have a great Sunday evening, Sunday night. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Let's go.